Hello, and welcome back to the Spoilercast, the show where we talk about movies and we don't care about spoiling them. My name is Tobias, and with me as always is my sister and trusted co-host, Rebecca.
Hello.
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 I'm still a bit under the weather, so if I have a coughing fit, sorry. Just, warning you, because I've been coughing a lot for like a week
it might
now.
fit with the theme of the movie.
Yeah, right. Yes, because today we're talking about another spooky clown movie.
Yes.
And if it was more well known, it would be like the quintessential clown movie, because it's literally just called Clown. Oh, yes. From 2014, right?
Yes.
Written and directed by Jon Watts, I think his name is.
Yeah, Jon Watts.
Who's now more famous, I guess, for the Spider-Man Homecoming movies.
That's him?
Yeah.
Wow.
He made.
I didn't look that up.
He made Clown based on a short film he made a couple years earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. From that, he got a chance to do a movie called Cop Car with Kevin Bacon, which is actually a really good movie. And that became like a minor, like
that one.
like indie hit, like a dark thriller. And of course, Disney being Disney, they just snatched him up like, you're the most popular indie director right now. How about you make movies for us? And he's like, okay.
He was like, yeah, money, thank you, please.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And now here we are. And of course, this year, I don't know if he's completely released, but he has at least now made another movie that isn't Disney. He made Wolves.
Yeah.
With Brad Pitt and George Clooney.
For Apple TV.
Yeah. Well, it's coming out in cinema here in Sweden.
Sure, yeah, that's true. But we are talking about Clown, his first full-length movie, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. He's done shorts and TV shows and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna steal your question.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it as we usually do, but I'm gonna steal it. What did you think of it? Or have you seen it before?
I had not seen it before. I knew of it.
Yeah.
I think I had seen the short film. I recognized the concept of a man who finds a clown suit, puts it on for his son's birthday party, and then he can't take it off. It's almost like he's slowly becoming a clown, which is the plot of the movie.
I didn't check out the short film, actually. I should have done that.
Yeah. It's like 1 minute long.
Yeah.
I think I'd seen it on YouTube a few years ago. Anyway, yes. No, so I'd not seen the movie, but I saw, I'd seen Cop Car back when it came out. And I really liked that one. I've seen 2 of his Spider-Man movies. The first one's pretty good. Spider-Man No Way Home might be one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I know, blah, blah, blah. I don't like it.
It's fine, you don't have to.
Yeah. So I was looking forward to this. I think the concept sounds a little silly. And
a little.
It definitely starts out like, what is this? This doesn't really work. Like, why didn't he take the suit off immediately? But as it goes on, I think the movie gets better, it gets dark as hell, and I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. And that's when you ask me.
Yeah, so what did you think of it?
No, I agree. I thought it was pretty good. It felt cheap in the beginning, and at certain points, it felt very cheap
throughout. And I think it is a pretty cheap movie.
But when it came to the costuming towards the end,
yes,
that part looks really cool.
Yes,
and so the costume and makeup department did really well, despite probably not having too much money.
For America, for Hollywood, I suppose it's small.
Exactly,
$1.5 million in budget.
You could get quite far with that, but still not as far as some other movies.
No.
But I think they did good, especially with the makeup and costuming. Some of the acting isn't my favorite, and even the surprise of Peter Stormare didn't really. I don't know. I didn't feel like he did his best.
It felt like
kind of felt like a direct-to-TV kind of movie for some reason.
Which it kind of is. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
It had limited theater release, but it definitely felt like a direct-to-DVD movie. And Peter Stormare, he felt like not that he was making fun of it, but he maybe didn't really think it was like a great, dark movie, which I think it was. Not great, but I think he saw it as kind of silly. Yeah. So he hammed it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I still I don't think he ruined it or anything.
No. It's just I usually assume he'll do a lot better, but again, he can't. He's a small role. Mm. He's supposed to be the quirky know-it-all from a Nordic country, so I mean,
yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah,
and then he's not supposed to take up too much space as well, because the actual clown is the main character.
Yeah. You mentioned that the movie feels kind of cheap, except for the clown suit, and that's kind of funny because I think they actually spent a lot of money on the clown suit. It was supposed to be designed this is like a first feature for this unknown director, and the idea was, and I think it was actually the plan until it got, it was double booked or something, that Vivienne Westwood was going to design the
actual
clown suit, yeah. And of course, she's worked on big Hollywood movies.
She's a big ass fashion designer in general.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm guessing they still had allocated a big budget for the dress or the costumes. It was all right, let someone else do it then, I suppose.
Maybe they even had first drafts or something.
Yeah, maybe
that they could work off of.
Yeah,
because it does look really cool, especially as it evolves throughout the movie.
Yeah, and it becomes more and more of a skin.
Yeah, but then certain details still stay the silly suit, sort of, but with this texture, and it looks really cool.
Yeah, and it's the transformation is so gradual that you barely notice it. Like when it goes from...
I watched a couple of reviews of it. It's hard to find reviews of this movie, actually.
Yeah.
A lot of them are from, first of all, years ago. Mm-hmm. And then there's small channels and they're short. And some of them just go through the movie, basically, and that's it. And okay, but what did you think of it?
Mm.
But one of them pointed out that at certain points you do see that the suit has morphed into his skin, sort of. But you don't... I didn't realize it as I watched the movie.
No, exactly.
It's you have to pause to really look at it.
Towards the end, you sort of wait a minute.
Yeah, by then you've started.
His neck,
the collar thing.
The collar, yeah. It's a typical frilly lace thing, and then eventually, now it just looks like wings or something.
Yeah, like those dinosaurs.
Yeah, exactly. Like a sail, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's one scene which I must have blinked and missed part of it, but when he's driving the car, I think it's when he has Peter Stormare's character in the back.
Yes.
His fingers and toes grow.
Yes.
I missed the part where his toes grew out of his shoes. I must have blinked.
Yeah.
But the fingers, I was like, something's happening.
Yeah.
It's creepy and it works. So I think this is a good movie. I think the acting and the sets are maybe what brings it down a little bit for me.
Yeah, it suffers from
budgeting.
Yeah, budgeting.
Really,
the concept needed a little bit of a bigger budget to work properly.
To have the same impact as they wanted, probably.
Yeah, and the pace, the pacing is a little bit off.
A little bit, but it's not a long movie.
No, it's not super long, but
it's 140 with credits.
It could have been shorter, though.
Could have been a little bit shorter.
Because there is a lot of stuff in the middle where he's just walking around, and we get that things are changing. Yeah, we know, but we gotta kind of move on. They could have.
Before he starts actually changing.
Yeah, just little things here and there. You could have easily removed 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Without losing any story beats or anything.
Yeah.
But I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I did too.
Yeah.
Felt a little bit campy, a little bit silly, but still fun. Not scary, though, which I thought it would be. Because clowns are really one of my hate objects.
Yeah.
But I think it's because he was more of a demon than a clown, so...
Yeah.
That worked in my favor, I guess.
I gotta say, though, that's kind of funny, because we discussed in the last episode, or the last Patreon episode, patreon.com/don'tmakescene, we discussed the difference between, you know, like a good horror movie, you know, like The Exorcist, and how it philosophizes on the nature of what's scary. But then there are, like, you know, movies that just scare you, you know, like, oh! We talked about The Woman in Black. There's a clip of it on the channel.
There's 2 clips, I think.
Yeah. And I'd say this falls into the former category, where I think the concept in and of itself is frightening.
Yes.
But the movie isn't scary.
Exactly.
The fact that he's slowly turning into this monster that he can't control. It's kind of a almost like a werewolf kind of story.
Yes. And I agree, and it would have worked if it was a little bit better, more well made.
Sure.
The silliness and the campiness kind of threw me off and made me just go, this is funny, instead of being like, this is creepy.
Okay.
Because, the concept is creepy. It's really, what's the word? Unnerving. Unsettling. But it didn't really get that far for me.
No, it didn't scare me, but I thought the concept, the idea of the movie was creepy.
But it didn't stick with me like that.
The fact that he starts like going after his own family towards the end, that was like,
no, it's just
it stopped feeling silly and got too real, so to speak.
Not to me.
Okay.
I didn't consider, though, that this is tagged as body horror. I guess that's true.
Yeah, technically, although we don't get a lot of body horror.
No, I guess it's the morphing mainly.
Yeah, exactly. But there's not a lot of like goo and stuff.
No, but what they do well is the killing of children.
Yes,
which is terrible to say, but in this kind of movie, it's fine. It's almost good.
Yes, because he's a clown.
I mean, yeah, exactly. It's supposed to be involving children, kind of like It, you know.
Yeah.
It's not as scary when they're adults. It's more scary when they're children.
Yeah.
Because children are afraid of... children like clowns for some reason. I never got that.
Children like clowns, but then they grow up and realize that clowns are scary.
Yeah.
Adults don't like clowns.
I never really
Children
liked clowns, though.
I liked clowns when I was a kid. I don't anymore. Especially not now.
No. I did realize, though, after watching 2 clown movies... Well, this is technically... Is it the 4th clown movie now? In like 2 weeks?
Joker 2, Clown.
Yeah, I don't know if I count Joker, by the way. No, that's true. Whatever, 2 clown movies in short succession. My tolerance for clowns might have gone up. They're not as
scary.
creepy anymore. No.
Well, we haven't watched like super scary clown movies either.
No, and I mean, we're going to get to one of the most terrifying ones towards the end.
Yes. Yeah.
And I plan on rewatching the first 2 just because. But I still don't remember if I feel like he is as a clown scary or if he's just scary. I don't know if the clown aspect is actually doing anything specific.
Maybe in the first.
I don't remember.
We're talking about Terrifier. That's what we're talking about.
Obviously, that's why I said Terrifier. You know.
Yeah, but going back to Clown.
Yes.
It's kind of funny you brought up, because he kills children in the movie. I guess we're starting to skirt around some spoilers here, but whatever. We'll.
It's from 2014. It's 10 years old by now.
Still, but I'll do a spoiler warning before we start talking proper story spoilers. And it's kind of funny because, and speaking of Terrifier, it's been a lot of talk online about that. Some people really don't appreciate that they killed children in Terrifier 3. Like, children shouldn't be killed. It's terrible. This movie is terrible, you know, concerned moms, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, but children have been killed in horror movies for decades, forever.
Yeah.
Remember It? One of the most successful mainstream monster movies of all time. Kill a bunch of children in those movies.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Nobody complained then.
Yeah.
I think it's just because Terrifier is so brutal.
Probably.
It's not
It's not Hollywood.
It's not cinematic. Yeah, it feels more mean-spirited. And I think this one does that as well. It's pretty... At least the first one, which he doesn't kill, he just bites the fingers off him.
Yeah.
But it's very, like, rough.
That one's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Like,
he lures him out into the forest.
Also because it's so dark.
Yeah.
You can't really see what's happening, and the kid is being very nice and kind. It's like, oh, are you hungry, sir? And
Yeah.
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 Bites his fingers off.
Yeah, but we did recently do an episode when we talked about Speak No Evil, and
yes, where we shunned hurting children.
Yeah, specific. But then that one is special.
Why they're doing it. Yeah,
yeah. So and I don't mind. We talked about that. I don't mind children dying in movies. I think it's if it's done correctly, it's not just edgy. It adds to the creepiness.
If there's a point to it.
Yeah. So complaining that they kill children in Terrifier, like, that's the whole point. It's supposed to gross you out.
Yeah.
It's supposed to make you go, oh no, good heavens, and clutch your pearls, you know.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
And I mean, we haven't seen it yet, but based on the trailer, I mean, he's after a child, as far as I understand. So for some reason that I'm not entirely sure what is, but
he's chasing the siblings from the last movie.
Yeah, that's one of them is a child.
Yeah.
No?
Wow. Yeah. Teenager.
So, you know.
Yeah.
There's a point to it.
Yeah. And it's
same as here. There's
here,
technically a point to it.
Yeah.
Even though this one is just sinister. He's just because he needs
to eat five child souls, basically.
Yeah. We Nordics have very terrible demons.
Yeah. The Cloyne. I didn't look that up if it's actually a real thing.
I didn't either. It didn't feel real.
Let me look it up.
I didn't remember how they spelled it.
I think it's Cloyne, Cloyn. The Cloyne demon. The Cloyne... Villains Wikipedia, that doesn't count. No, I think it's made up for the...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's made up for the movie. Alright. The Cloyne.
Yeah, because everything that comes up has to do with the movie, so...
Yeah. No, but to kind of wrap up our spoiler-free segment, it's a good movie. Yeah. It's kind of funny to see that he went from this kind of, campy, silly concept to a pretty dark adult thriller with cop car.
Yeah.
And then immediately moved on to, like, kid-friendly superhero adventure movies. Yay!
Yay!
But it feels like in his heart, he is more of a dark guy, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this could have been like one of those, asylum movies, like a cheap, what do you call it? Like cheap scares kind of movie that they would just want to make a buck, But he added something to it. It has more depth than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm reading what Wolves is, so to like gauge if that one is
it's more of a comedy.
Stuff.
But it is it is about contract killers, so about fixers, yeah. Like the wolf in Pulp Fiction.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. But I would like to see him go back to his dark roots of clown and
to do more
cop
of this
car,
creepy stuff.
Maybe Wolf is that, but with more humor. I would be cool with that.
I mean, it's not tagged as a comedy, so maybe.
Maybe just the trailer sells it like it.
Yeah.
But either way, there are some things that might be spoilery. So from now on,
yes, sure.
Spoilers for clown.
More details and stuff.
Yeah. Spoilers.
If you don't want to know that,
yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Now, when he kills all the children in the Chuck E. Cheese.
I was about to say, when he dies in the end.
Yeah, that too, yeah. That's the scene. It is literally a Chuck E. Cheese, right?
As far as I understand, yes.
Yes. Even though it feels like
someone made a comment on that in one of the videos I found. It's like I can't really understand how Chuck E. Cheese agreed to this.
Yeah, exactly. But it says Chuck E. Cheese, I think.
I think so. I don't like that detail kind of glossed over for me, but
not that important. So. It was just kind of funny. But that's where the movie could have really. I'm guessing they need a bigger budget for that. That's where they could have just gone fucking haywire with it, and have him just snatch up children left and right. He only
might have been that they were like, sure, you can use a Chuck E. Cheese spot, but you have this amount of time only, and please keep the gore to a minimum.
At that point, what does it matter how many children you kill in Chuck E. Cheese? Chuck E. Cheese is tainted already.
That's true.
No, because but the concept is he only needs 5 souls in order to like go to rest again. But they could have just changed that detail and have him just like a Terrifier scene. Just have him just walk through them with a machete and just snatch them up and bite their heads off and shit.
Yeah,
that's where you wish like, damn, I wish I had a bigger budget. More child corpses, please.
Yes,
because the whole sequence when the one kid is looking for his brother and he's climbing through the tunnels,
the tunnel things,
and then
is really
for like a second. It's almost like they're like world building. Like this place has been haunted for years because a little girl is just sitting in the middle of the maze and she says, "Don't go up there." Like, what do you know what's up there? Or if you saw a demon eat a child, why are you still sitting here waiting to tell some other kid about it? But it makes for a super creepy scene. That she just sits there and says, "Don't go up there," and then slides down. Of course, he goes up
and
there.
Even and then even when he does, and he like distracts the clown, and his brother manages to get away, and then he grabs him instead.
Yeah. Or when
shit, they made it. No.
Or when the one kid just disappears into the ball pit.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
Though.
And then the next
especially when the other one goes,
"Ew, someone pissed in
here."
Yeah. And said, "No, you're covered in blood, kid." Yeah.
I think he just stepped in it though and felt like it was slippery, I guess, maybe, because he didn't look at his hands or anything, and there was no blood. Like,
sure,
he would have screamed if he noticed he had red on his hands.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, there's sweat in here, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nasty.
Yeah. That was that scene, or the one where he's like building a suicide machine. Those are the best scenes.
Especially since it fails and he
kills another child.
Splits a child in half, basically.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
On accident. And then just his stomach goes and he eats him.
Yeah. Did you notice?
That's a fun detail as well, with the fact that when he gets hungry, he doesn't know what to do, so he grabs everything sweet.
Yeah.
Because he's a clown.
Yeah, and that's where like the concept they go super dark with him, like trying to kill himself, all the eating children, and all that is super dark. But then they add in these silly clown things, like when the first time he tries to kill himself by shooting himself in the head. Sticking the gun into his mouth.
Is just
the blood is glitter.
Color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
there's so many colors.
Such a great detail. Like, I don't know.
It would have been almost funnier if it was like confetti as well.
Yeah. Just go.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Oh.
I think that could have been a thing too if they went like full camp on it.
Yes. Then this would have been like
it
a
feels
proto
like they wanted to, but they were a little bit scared of it. So like, we're just throwing some sparkles here and there.
Yeah. That's where the movie doesn't really work. The fact that they try to go too serious with a movie about a killer clown.
Yeah. Still have those really, specifically in the beginning, it's very silly with him walking around in his clown suit, looking all like sad and like, ugh.
Yeah, or like he has he has to go to work in the clown suit. That whole thing is just like doesn't really work.
It doesn't really work. Either you ham it up or you cut it out.
Yes, exactly. But they go
like I didn't understand the point of him accidentally coughing on his like assistant or whatever, and there's just brown goo.
Yeah.
Like, what was the point of that?
I don't know.
Or him sitting in the cafe and like ordering 10,000 pies and like, you still want a sweet thing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's kind of
weird.
It's kind of like with the American Godzilla movies. They want, the dark, super deep, stories about, humanity and war is bad of the original. But they also want the camp of the 70s and 60s movies. So you can't really have...
glowing lizards.
Yeah, you can't really have both. Because then both the dark, serious stuff and the campy stuff is going to suffer. You need to pick one.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Or just ham everything up completely.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Either go
still have the scary stuff towards the end.
Yeah, sure. Yes. In the end.
In this case, at least.
Yes.
Godzilla, I'm not so sure.
No, you need to pick there.
Yeah, that one you need to pick.
That's why Kong Skull Island is the best of those movies, because it is more or less all adventure camp.
Yeah.
But they treat King Kong seriously.
Yes.
Yeah. Amazing. Anyway.
Amazing. It feels rude to say this, but I kind of want to see a remake of this one.
Yeah.
With better actors and
bigger budget.
A little bit more of a budget.
Which he probably...
And maybe Vivienne Westwood then would do the actual costumes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
I don't know. She doesn't do that much fashion anymore, does she?
I don't know. I
don't even know if she designs anymore. Technically.
I don't know how old she is. Yeah, and Jon Watts could direct it again.
Obviously, yeah.
Just it's a new interpretation because he has the budget to do what he wants to do. Or
exactly.
Maybe it's one of those cases where this wasn't at all, but he wrote it, right?
He wrote and directed.
Co-wrote it with Christopher Ford.
Yes.
Who's that guy? Well, yeah, I guess they're a team because he... Oh, shit. He wrote The Clovehitch Killer.
Yeah.
Did he direct that? No. He just wrote it. He also wrote Cop Car and he wrote Spider-Man Homecoming. So I guess they're kind of a team.
They kind of, yeah, but I mean, he's also done
other things. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like The Clovehitch Killer or Chaos Walking, for example.
Yeah. Did you see that?
I never did.
Me neither. It looked awful.
I kind of wanted to for a while, and then the more you saw just the same clip over and over, you just went, nah.
No.
I feel like this is all it is.
The one lady can hear all the guys' thoughts.
Yeah, it's
Yikes.
silly.
Poor lady.
Which I think was part of one trailer, and she's like, dude, don't think that. Like,
sorry. No.
Can't help it.
But I'm wondering, maybe it's one of those cases where this wasn't like a big passion project. He was just helping his friend make the movie or something. And that he doesn't really care for it.
Could be.
Or if, or if he does like it, then of course he can make it. Let's see, Jon Watts interview. Clown.
I haven't seen The Clovehitch Killer. I'm
You haven't? Haven't I told you about it for not 10 years, but 5 years at least?
Probably.
It's an amazing movie.
I don't think I've seen it. I'm not sure.
You need to check it out. It's awesome.
Awesome.
No, seriously, it's one of the better thrillers of the last 10 years.
I just can't remember if I've actually seen it. I'll put it on my list.
Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, I am watching horror films in October. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Even if this is I usually pick the more, campy or supernatural horror films because that's more my thing, but I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I'll do something more serious, I guess.
Clovehitch Killer isn't really a horror movie, but it's a thriller.
It's tagged as a thriller horror.
Okay, sure.
For some reason.
I mean, it has horrific elements. It has murders and dark
it's psychological
stuff.
Horror, psychological thriller,
yes.
Serial killer, teen horror, crime, drama, horror.
Yeah.
Mystery, thriller.
Yeah, actually, yes.
So all the separate ones and then merged ones.
All that works. Yeah. No, yeah.
But I was gonna say, yeah. He also wrote he was also writing the short along with What was his name? Jon Watts.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had another one helping them with the short, Pete Goldfinger.
Goldfinger. He's the man.
Who has been writing on Saw for a few movies.
Oh, no.
Later movies, it seems.
And Christopher...
He also wrote Piranha movies and Sorority Row.
Oh, did you write Piranha 3D?
Yes, and 3DD.
Piranha 3D is so good. Now that's...
It is?
Yes, that's how you make a good campy horror movie.
All right, that is campy,
it is
that's true.
Awesome. And if you can watch it in 3D, it's even better. Because it's like 3D should be silly in your face. It shouldn't be like,
oh yes,
we're using it to enhance. No, shut up. I want the chainsaw in my face. I want blood
you
splatter.
Need to flinch.
Yeah. That's the whole point of 3D. That movie has that all over it. Yeah.
Do you don't have that anymore, do you?
I still have
a
TV. I refuse to throw it away. It's still in my foyer.
Oh, is it the one I hit my head on and started?
That's why I don't want to sell it. You can't buy 3D TVs anymore. Or throw it away or whatever.
Borrow that or something then. Can we do it? We're so off topic here. This is what the Patreon episodes are, but we should do a Piranha 3D watch on your 3D TV.
Sure, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, we haven't done a commentary track in months. Well, maybe we'll start that up again next year, yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Sure. Yeah, but I think we're going to wrap this up. This is going to be a shorter episode, unfortunately.
Yes. This is... Because there's not a lot to talk about.
There isn't a lot to talk about.
There's a lot of... There's some gore, but I mean, it's never really in-your-face gore. It's... You get the short intro, and then you get to see the aftermath.
Yeah.
I think the only... No, you don't actually see... Yeah, the only gore you get to see is when he rips the jaw off the father-in-law.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe when they chop the head off the dog.
Yeah.
It's kind of terrifying, I guess.
Yeah, the dog eats part of the clown suit and becomes part
he eats
demon,
the
I
nose.
suppose. Yeah. Which is weird.
Which someone questioned, like, I thought the demon was just one entity, but I guess...
It's
an infection kind of thing?
It's the skin of the demon that can infect... That's where the plot kind of falls apart. Okay,
yeah.
There's a little bit we can talk about here. Also... Like, one of those things that makes it more, like, dark and adult is the whole thing where the father-in-law, the wife, played by Laura Allen, by the way.
Are we supposed to know who that is?
She's like more of a TV actress, but she was in one of the best TV shows ever made, Terriers, which was only made for one season.
Oh, it's her. I didn't recognize her.
Yeah. That sucks. Bring back Terriers, hashtag. But, yeah. Her dad keeps, like, chastising the main guy, Kent. Kent, what a bad name.
Yeah, terrible name.
And, like, they're setting up, like, he's, like, some kind of loser that doesn't have his shit
like
together.
He's a bad dad.
Yeah,
he doesn't know what he's doing.
But you don't see that.
Not really, no.
And he
solves the issue by getting the clown suit.
Yeah, and he seems to have a good job. Like, he's a realtor.
He's a real estate,
I guess he's flipping houses. And, I mean, they live in a nice house. Obviously, they're doing well for themselves.
Yeah.
It's the classic, like...
Maybe he's a little bit meek, but, like, we don't really
get to see that. Because, the plot starts up immediately.
Yeah.
There's no
like,
build-up.
Literally.
Yeah.
I think it's like 5 minutes, and then he's like, I can't get the suit off.
Yeah. So I guess it's just one of those things that you want to add to, like, flesh out the characters and, like, oh, he goes from this meek, kind of like deadbeat kind of guy and now turns into a literal monster. But it doesn't really work because he isn't a deadbeat. He seems fine.
No. That's one of the things they could have cut out. They
Yes.
could have cut out the father-in-law, and they could have cut out the dog, really.
Yeah.
The dog doesn't add much except for, like, having Peter Stormare go, that's how you kill the demon. Yeah, you already told us that, though, when you tried to decapitate Kent, so we don't need to see you actually do it to the dog.
Yeah.
Also, what was the point of her being pregnant?
Yeah, once again, it feels more like maybe they started writing a drama. Like, this could have worked as a drama.
Yeah.
About him being a deadbeat and trying to, like, I'm gonna fix everything, honey, you'll see. And then he starts, like, moonlighting as a clown. I don't know. Just remove the demon part, and it would be a decent drama.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he gets more and more, like, sad and like he's doing his best for his family, but he has to be an actual clown and get laughed at all the time, and it just tears him down.
Or you go even darker. He fails as a clown, but at one of the adult parties he starts to, because he just does anything. Yeah. One of the partiers pays him to, like, you know, do dirty stuff, and he turns into a whore. He's like, "Oh my God, honey, you're doing so well at work. But I'm so glad we have all this money now. But what is it you do again?" He's like, "I don't want to talk about it."
Selling his soul, literally. His dignity.
Yeah. Maybe that was the thing. They were writing like a drama, and they were like, nobody's gonna buy this. Like,
and they were like, if we throw in the short, maybe it works.
Yeah, like the producers that might give us money, they're looking for cheap thrills. So we'll throw in like a clown demon or something, you know?
Yeah, because we had Eli Roth connected to this.
He put his name on it.
Is he a producer?
I think he's an executive producer, which basically means he said, "Yeah, you can put my name on the DVD cover," and it says
on the poster to sell.
Yeah, Eli Roth presents, but he has nothing to do with the movie.
No.
I know that Quentin Tarantino did that a bunch in like the early 2000s on some movies. He just put his name on it because he was like tangentially connected to the director or the writer or something. He's like, "Yeah, put my name on the scene and it'll help you get more money," basically.
I had to like double check what Eli Roth has done. And
hello, Cabin Fever.
Yeah, some of it's really good, but then also he did Borderlands.
Yeah, don't you know who Eli Roth is? Hostel.
No, I just had to double check to remember everything.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, I can't remember every single movie every single director's done.
But he's like infamously bad. He's a very uneven director. I think he has like interesting ideas.
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking.
Some of his choices are just baffling.
Because he's attached to Inglourious Bastards as well.
Yeah, he plays the bear Jew. The guy with the baseball bat.
Yeah, and he's directed a part for it. Like something they show in the movie, it seems like. Stoltstedt Nation.
Oh, right, yeah. Pride of the Nation, the movie they're watching in the end of the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So he directed that part.
Oh, I didn't know that, actually. Okay. You know that's on that's on the Blu-ray. You can watch the whole thing. It's like 26 minutes long. It's an actual movie. Yeah, but he's also he my favorite like the best way to describe Eli Roth is his movie The Green Inferno, which is supposed to be a homage to, you know, Italian cannibal movies from the 70s. And he wants to do it like super dark, like super, he wants to do cannibal Holocaust kind of style, like it's super gross and raw and disgusting. But in the middle of the movie, during the scene where they are slaughtering one of the victims, like cutting him up as like they're butchering him like as you do with a cow or something.
Yeah.
And everyone's like crying, like, "Oh my God, no! Oh no! Why is this happening?" It's super dark. One of them indicates, like, "Oh, my stomach! I think I ate something bad," and starts diarrhea shitting in the middle of the scene, and there's like sounds.
What the hell is the point of that?
I don't know. Just like, oh my.
But he has done one of my like secret guilty pleasure movies.
Which one?
Have you seen Knock Knock?
Yes, I have. Oh my God, that movie turned me into an incel. It's a good movie,
like
but when he says it was a free lunch. Yeah, I did it. And they're oh God damn it!
I forgot that it's Anna de Armas. I plays one of the girls,
but I like it.
I love it.
Yeah, early Ana de Armas being very sexy. Yeah. But Eli Roth, what are we talking about?
Hey, anything with Keanu Reeves in it.
That too. And him playing like a bad guy like that. Very, very, very not Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
Because he like mainly does like sci-fi or at least like action stuff. Yeah. And then this is like this like dark, erotic thriller kind of thing.
Yeah. Hey, him and Ana de Armas are making a comeback together.
Oh, yeah, right.
In the new one.
Ballerina.
I didn't even think of that, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
we're so off now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we added some thoughts to the clown, but there's, like I said, there's really not much to talk about. It's very, very straightforward. It starts off straight away, and then it just slowly, in a nice way, transitions into more and more of a demon, and, you know, they add in some death of children.
Yeah.
Weird details of, like, the son being bullied at school, and then he bites the hand of the kid who bullies him.
Yeah, a bunch of those ideas
the same,
don't
like,
really go anywhere.
Scene.
Yeah.
The father bites the fingers off the scout, but like, I don't know if there's supposed to be some sort of symbolism there.
No, I don't think
so.
Because the symbolism comes back when he goes to kill the bully.
Yeah, that's true. Do the bully says the F slur, doesn't he?
Yeah, he calls him a fag.
I'm not gonna say it.
Whatever. I'm not saying it. I'm just quoting a bad guy saying.
That's true. They say it like 4 times. It's like, dude, come on. Even in 2014.
It was a different time. It was a different time.
I guess.
Listen.
I guess.
Yeah, you shouldn't say bad words, but I'm all for free speech. If you want to say faggot, go ahead and say faggot.
As long as you don't do it in, like, to hurt someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like that interview with Samuel L. Jackson where he's doing like a press tour for what's it called? Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
And the interviewer is like, Quentin Tarantino, he likes to put the N-word into scripts a lot, doesn't he? And he's like, which one you mean? He's like, you know, the N-word. He's like, say it.
I think they did the same to Leonardo DiCaprio on set when he has to say it in the movie. They're like, just say it. Yeah. Just say it.
Say
like,
it. Get it out.
Bullied him, basically.
Yeah, it's a script. You don't
exactly.
mean it.
No.
And the guy, I would have, because that's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because a black guy is telling you, say it.
That's basically getting the card.
Yes.
You know?
but then the problem is, if he doesn't say it, then like, okay. So, like, you didn't do it, pussy, basically. But if he says, he said, racist.
Yeah.
That's why he wouldn't. Then I'd rather be pussy than a racist.
Yeah.
But in my mind, it's like he says it, and Samuel L. Jackson just says, "You see, it's not that bad. It's just a word.
It's just a word."
But you never know. You never know.
I never know.
Yeah, you never know. That's why I'm over free speech. But even I have some limits. I'm not saying that word.
Yes, certain words are.
Yeah. You got to be very careful with how you choose your freedom of speech.
Yes.
Anyway, on that note, I think we're going to wrap this up.
We have another episode to record, so yes.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. I hope you gleaned some sort of information out of this. Leave a like. Leave a comment, subscribe, all that stuff. If you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcast, hit the 5-star, hit the follow, all that stuff. Check us out on patreon.com/don'tmakeascene, where the companion piece of this is going to be the movie Clown at Midnight.
Yes.
A directed VHS, like, hidden gem from the 90s, I would say.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that. That's what we're going to talk about right now. We're going to record that.
Yes.
So yeah. And then next week, there's been a bit of
more clowns.
There's been a bit of rescheduling.
Oh?
Yes, because Terrifier, which was going to come out in the end of the month, now premieres the 25th. So we might have to do Terrifier next week, so we don't wait too long, and end it on Killer Clowns, I suppose, which is anticlimactic, but we got to get those views.
I mean, I don't want to wait. I want to see Terrifier.
Of course, that too. But that's none of your concern.
So it's another clown movie, whichever it ends up being.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll be back next week. But until then, have a good one. Bye. The Spoilercast is part of Please Don't Make a Scene. It's hosted by Tobias Vedén and Rebecca Vedén. Produced and directed by Tobias Vedén. Executive producer is Annika Vedén. I also want to give a big shout out to all our patrons. Mom and Mac, Laura Kinney, Daniel Elgaiso, Christopher Belén, Mom, Dad, CK85, and Jacob.